Haribol, can let me share the screen now? Huh? Can you let me share the screen?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu Tandar Pram Jai Shri Prabhupada. Yes, Prabhu, it should be now possible.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, what's that?
Turn on AC, Prabhu. AC.
Yeah, you must. Small one, small one. Okay. What do now? How much we're going to stay with him, no? What's his name? Huh? He's coming, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh, here, huh? Put it down. Okay, got it now. At this age, so many things with the computer.
Yeah, great. Still we are able to manage.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You have to figure this all out now at this age.
You are doing.
Yeah?
You are doing all these things on your own.
On my own. What to do? All new computer. This is a new computer now. This Windows also. Last time was Apple, no?
Yeah.
So different system, no?
Yes, ma'am.
So, okay, anyone want to chant the prayers? Can we start?
Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Danvat Pranam Jai Shri Prabhupada.
Chant the prayer.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatimrandasya Jnanam Janasalaka Chaksurun Militam Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupaha Kada Mayham Dadati Swapadantikam. Vandeham Sri Guru Shri Yuttapada Kamalam Shri Guru Shri Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raguna Thanvitam Tam Sajivan Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Sri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Pada Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinbandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanostute Devi Pranamami Haripriya Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Vayevacha Patitanam Pavnevyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimade Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namne Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desatarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Shivashadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare.
So, who is organizing today?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. There is really no host today because Priti Koranga Prabhu couldn't join, but he asked me to open the live. So we are live now in YouTube.
So you can give an introduction and we can start.
Yes, Prabhu. So welcome everyone to this Q&A session. Thanks for joining. So if we have any inquiries or doubts regarding to any topics in Krishna consciousness, now there is the perfect opportunity to inquire from Sundar Gopal Prabhu. So please type in the chat or open your mic, whatever you want to inquire, and turn by turn, everyone can ask their questions. Please, first question, anyone who has that, please step forward. And thank you so much, Prabhu, for giving us this opportunity.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. I typed a question in the question box.
Yeah.
It's about the Brahman effulgence.
So Brahman effulgence. So does the realization of Krishna as Bhagavan include impersonal Brahman realization? So this is explained in this verse. Vadanti tat tattva vidas. So God realization has got three aspects, Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan realization. So that is in this verse. So here in this verse, you can see Vadanti tat tattva vidas tattvam yajnanam atvayam Brahmeti Paramatma meti Bhagavan iti sabdayate. You want to read it?
Learned transcendentalists who know the absolute truth call this non-dual substance Brahman, Paramatma, or Bhagavan.
So God has got these three aspects, Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan. So but Brahman means the effulgence, that is emitting from the body of the Lord. And Paramatma means the localized feature of the Lord who is in the heart of all living entities. And the third aspect is the personal form of God, Bhagavan. So when you know the effulgence, it's not necessary you know the localized super soul or the personal form of the Lord. So when you come to the localized Paramatma super soul form, then you will also know Brahman, but you may not know Bhagavan. But when you know Bhagavan, then you complete, you know the effulgence, you know the localized super soul, and you know the Lord Himself. So that's why Bhagavan realization is complete, You understand? When you understand Bhagavan, then it includes the Paramatma and it includes also the Brahman. Right?
With realizing the localized Paramatma, the Paramatma is also a form of God. So why isn't Paramatma realization and Bhagavan realization exactly the same thing?
It is not the same thing because the super soul in the heart is not the full realization. Because, of course, it's also the expansion of the Lord. The devotee understands that. But this realization as super soul is usually meditated by the yogis, for the purpose of trying to get mystic power. And they usually meditate on the form of the Lord, not in devotion, but in the sense of trying to merge into Him. You understand?
But then wouldn't that be exactly the same as merger into Brahman?
Yes, but it's a little different. Merging into the light of the Lord and merging into the body of the Lord is two different things. You understand? So
No, I
this
don't.
this
No.
this Paramatma feature people, they want to merge into the body of the Lord. Whereas the Brahman, they want to merge into the light that is emitting from the body of the Lord.
This sounds like the same thing to me.
Correct. That's why usually the yogis, the yogis who do this, what do you call that? Kundalini yoga, like that, they are into this aspect. You follow? You
But
can.
those who do this Kundalini yoga and this Shak Chakra yoga and all this, a lot of them have a Mayavadi bent, like they're into Mayavad philosophy. So even though they're trying to realize the Paramatma, it sounds like their aim is actually Brahman realization. They sound more like Mayavadis.
Yeah, they all are Mayavads. But these people who want to merge into the body of the Lord, they are more worse than the Mayavads. You understand?
I'm trying to understand.
I'll try to bring the verse out for you so you can understand. Give me a minute.
All right.
Okay, here the verse is here. All right, you can read this.
This merging.
Can you read this?
Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya continued, there are two kinds of Sayujya Mukti, merging into the Brahman effulgence and merging into the personal body of the Lord. Merging into the Lord's body is even more abominable than merging into his effulgence.
Can you read the purport?
According to the opinion of the Mayavadi Vedantist, the living entity's ultimate success is to merge into the impersonal Brahman. The impersonal Brahman or bodily effulgence of the Supreme Lord is known as Brahmaloka or Siddhaloka. According to the Brahma Samhita, Yasya Prabha Prabhavato Jagadanda Koti, the material universes are generated from the bodily rays of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Yogis who follow the principles of Patanjali accept the personality of the Absolute Truth, but they want to merge into the transcendental body of the Supreme Lord. That is their desire. Being the greatest authority, the Supreme Lord can easily allow many millions of living entities to merge into his body. The origin of everything is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Bhagavan, and his bodily effulgence is known as the Brahma Jyoti, Brahmaloka or Siddhaloka. Thus, Brahmaloka or Siddhaloka is a place where many spark-like living entities, parts and parcels of the Supreme Lord, are assembled. Because these living entities do not wish to keep their individual existences, they are combined and allowed to remain in Brahmaloka like so many atomic particles of sunshine emanating from the sun. The word Siddha is very significant. Siddha refers to one who has realized the Brahman effulgence and who has complete knowledge that the living entity is not a material atom but a spiritual spark. This understanding is described in the Bhagavad Gita 18.54 as Brahma Bhuta, In the conditioned state, the living entity is known as Jiva Bhuta, or the living force within matter. Brahma Bhuta living entities are allowed to stay in Brahma Loka, Siddha Loka, but unfortunately they sometimes again fall into the material world because they are not engaged in devotional service. This is supported by the verse in Srimad Bhagavatam beginning Yenye Ravindaksha. These semi-liberated souls falsely claim to be liberated, but unless one engages in devotional service to the Lord, he is still materially contaminated. Therefore, these living entities have been described as Vimukta Maninaha, meaning that they falsely consider themselves liberated, although their intelligence is not yet purified. Although these living entities undergo severe austerities to rise to the platform of Siddhaloka, they cannot remain uh, uh, they cannot remain there perpetually, for they are bereft of Ananda bliss. Even though these living entities attain the Brahma Bhuta stage and realize the Supreme Personality of Godhead through his bodily effulgence, they nonetheless fall down due to neglecting the Lord's service. They do not properly utilize whatever little knowledge they have of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Not attaining Ananda or bliss, they come down to the material world to enjoy. This is certainly a fall down for one who is actually liberated. The Bhaktas consider such a fall down equal to achieving a place in hell. The followers of the Patanjali yoga system actually want to merge into the body of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This indicates that they do not want to engage in his service despite their knowledge of him, and thus their position is even more abominable than that of those who want to merge into the Lord's effulgence. These yogis meditate on the four-handed Vishnu form of the Lord in order to merge into his body. The Patanjali system describes the form of the Lord as Klesha Karma Vipakashayar Aparam Rishtaha Purusha Vivesha Ishvaraha. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is a person who does not partake of a miserable material life. The yogis accept the eternity of the Supreme Person in one of their mantras. Sa Purvesham Api Guru Kala Navachedat. Such a person is always supreme and is not influenced by the element of time. The followers of the Patanjali system therefore accept the eternity of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, yet according to them, Purushartha Shunya Nam Prati Prashavaha Kavalyam Swarupa Pratishtha Vachiti Shaktir Iti. They believe that in the perfectional stage, the conception of Purusha is vanquished. According to their description, Chiti Shaktir Iti, they believe that when one becomes perfect, he cannot remain a person. This yoga system is therefore abominable because its final conception is impersonal. In the beginning, these yogis accept the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but they ultimately give up this idea in order to become impersonal. They are most unfortunate because although they have a personal conception of the absolute truth, they neglect to render devotional service to the Lord and thus fall down again to the material world. As mentioned above, this idea is supported by Srimad Bhagavatam. Aruhya krichrena parampadam tataha patantya adho nadrita yushmad angrayaha. Due to neglecting the lotus feet of the Lord, these yogis again fall down into the material existence, patantya adaha. Consequently, this path of yoga is more abominable than the impersonalist path. This conclusion is also supported by Lord Kapila Deva in the following verse from the Srimad Bhagavatam. I think my mind's been blown.
So you have to understand this. There are two kinds of merging. One is to merge into the effulgence, another is to merge into the body of the Lord. So those people who accept the super soul, these people who accept and meditate on the super soul, their real intention is to merge into the body of the Lord. That's why the super
Yes,
soul
Prabhu.
realization is not very complete.
And also, I wanted to know how long can the jiva remain within the Brahman effulgence before falling from the Brahman effulgence? What's the longest that the jiva can stay in Brahman?
As soon as the living entity in the Brahman effulgence desires some kind of a service to the Lord, then he comes down.
And
Understand?
does the jiva always inevitably fall from Brahman? Is it inevitable that the jiva will fall?
No, this philosophy we don't accept because it is says that the spirit soul actually comes from his original home. That is the spiritual world.
No, I mean once the jiva reaches Brahman,
No.
will he fall from Brahman again? Like can't we stay permanently merged in Brahman?
No, no, he cannot be permanently merged in Brahman. As soon as he desire some kind of action, he comes down again to the material world. That's why you see, because they neglect the lotus feet of the Lord. See this? Due to neglecting the lotus feet of the Lord, see, they again fall down into material existence. So unless you establish a link with the personal form of the Lord, you cannot enter into the Vaikuntha planet.
And my final
Hmm?
sorry, you continue, please continue.
So therefore, establishing yourself in devotional service with some kind of relation with the Lord is a permanent getaway into the spiritual world. If you establish your relationship with the effulgence or the super soul, then it is not complete, So the
My
chance of
final
yes.
Sorry, my final question regarding this topic is with this Kundalini yoga and all of this, why are they so obsessed with the chakra system?
Because by doing that they get some kind of material mystic power, And they are very much attached to it. Just like some people want to be promoted to the heavenly planet, those who do the karma kanda thing. So there are a section of people who want to do this Patanjali yoga to get this what siddha, perfection, material magicians, material, what do you call that, yogic powers. So they are very much addicted to that. So because of that, they are given this facility. It is explained in this 11th canto, Srimad Bhagavatam. You can see here, this is what they do, You can read this.
I'll read this and then I'll cease talking because I think other people have questions to ask.
So you can see here, this
My
is,
dear Lord Achyuta,
you read this.
the Supreme Personality of Godhead said, the masters of the yoga system have declared that there are 18 types of mystic perfection and meditation, of which 8 are primary, having their shelter in me, and 10 are secondary, appearing from the material mode of goodness.
So you see, these all are mystic powers, 18 of them. 8 is primary. The others are secondary. So you can see like here, you want to read that?
The yogi who places his mind in my form of Narayana, known as the fourth factor, full of all opulences, becomes endowed with my nature, and thus obtains the mystic perfection called Vashita.
So see, he gets this kind of a power, by just meditating on the form of Narayana. Okay? So similarly, you can go on if we meditate. Vasista is the freedom from the modes of nature by meditating on the Lord as a Turiya. So freedom from the modes of material nature is called Vasita.
Yes.
One who fixes mind is pure mind on me in my manifestation as the impersonal Brahman, obtain the greatest happiness wherein all his desires are completely fulfilled. So this is the Brahman effulgence, A human being who concentrates on me as the upholder of religious principle, the perfection of purity, and the Lord of Setwadip obtain the pure existence in which he is freed from the 6 waves of material disturbance, namely hunger, thirst, decay, death, grief, and illusion. So, these are all the kind of mystic powers one gets, if you concentrate on certain aspect of the Lord. You follow?
Yes, Prabhu. I think someone else should talk now.
So therefore, this is a temporary thing, to get a mystic power is not, it looks very attractive, but it is temporary, You understand?
Yes, Prabhu.
So is another question. We're just paying his obeisances. All right, anyone have a question?
I can continue, Prabhu, if no one is asking.
Yeah.
Is it all right?
Yeah, it's okay. Nobody has a question.
I think someone posted a comment. Maybe you should answer that first.
Who is this? T-E-I, who is this person? Hello, Teja. Who is Teja? Is he here? Huh?
Teja Prabhu, can you unmute yourself? And
Who is this Teja? Is he there?
he is from Andhra Pradesh, he says, Prabhu.
He's not saying where. I'm the resident of Andhra Pradesh. So, okay, in Pratutur, the reason why we are putting all this up is because the ISKCON is in there is creating a lot of trouble by saying that they are the real, ISKCON and we are all bogus. So we are trying to explain to the public the difference between them and us. So that's why we are putting it out in public. You understand? Hello? Does he understand, Mr. Teja? No response. Okay, any other questions?
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam, Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Yes.
Prabhu, I have a question about the Aarti paraphernalia that we use. Is there any description in Bhagavatam or any other scriptures on why each of those paraphernalia are used during the Aarti?
You can read the book Archana Pradati, yeah? There's a guidebook for Archana, for, doing puja. You can read that book called Archana Pradati, So there the whole thing is described, why you offer this and why you have to offer that, and all the 16 paraphernalia, it's all described there.
But is there any references in scriptures, Prabhu, apart from this book?
I think we all use this book as our reference.
I mean, was this book instructed by Prabhupada, or ISKCON people came up with this?
No, it's instructed by Prabhupada.
Okay.
You take that book and you read, then you'll know.
Yes, Prabhu.
Any other questions?
Prabhu, I can ask.
Yeah.
Bye. I can ask. Someone else.
Teja M is there. Particularly, how can I offer to the Lord in the mind without feeling impersonal? I am unable to put in the offering vessels. I am unable to put in the offering vessels. Who is this? Sridhar. So you have to offer to the Lord in your mind. That's not impersonal. Impersonal means offering to the light, But if you meditate on the picture of the Lord, then you can offer that. That's not impersonal. Yes?
Yes, Prabhu. But Prabhu, like the in the neophyte stage, imagining the form of the Lord, it is very difficult, right, Prabhu? So
Yeah.
that is why I'm just.
So what you do, if you just chant Hare Krishna and meditate on the holy name, that is as good as the Lord anyway. Yes?
Oh, yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu.
If you are meditating on the form, it's difficult, but if you meditate on the sound, Hare Krishna, in that way, it's also the same as the Lord.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes,
Then
Prabhu.
they're non-different,
Prabhu.
and the Lord are non-different. That's why it is recommended to chant Hare Krishna. Because for us to picture the form is a little difficult. Yes?
Yes, Prabhu. Very difficult.
That's why hearing the sound of the mantra Hare Krishna is so beneficial,
Yes, Prabhu.
You understand?
Yes, Prabhu.
Non-different.
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you very much, Prabhu. All glories to you, all Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Please accept my humble obeisances. Prabhu, I have a one question on sometimes I'm when I reading this book, especially CC and so in that it's so many things was written like a prayer you have to chant Purusha Suktam and all that. But like for us, I mean, we can't able to pronounce properly or we cannot chant properly. So what is your opinion and what is our Srila Prabhupada's teachings on this? Can you please explain that? We mostly we do Hare Krishna only, but when we see this all these prayers, Purusha Suktam and all that, so we can't able to pronounce also when we chant from internet or anything else like that. So can you please explain us?
You want to read this?
Yes, Prabhu. There may be discrepancies in pronouncing the mantras and observing the regulatory principles. And moreover, there may be discrepancies in regard to time, place, person, and paraphernalia. But when your Lordship's holy name is chanted, everything becomes faultless. Okay, Prabhu.
Purport.
Purport. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has recommended Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama eva kevalam kalau nasteva gatiranyatha. In this age of quarrel and hypocrisy, the only means of deliverance is chanting the holy name of the Lord. There is no other way, there is no other way, there is no other way. Brahan Naradya Purana 38.126. In this age of Kali, it is extremely difficult to perform Vedic ritualistic ceremonies or sacrifices perfectly. Hardly anyone can chant the Vedic mantras with perfect pronunciation or accumulate the paraphernalia for Vedic performances. Therefore, the sacrifice recommended in this age is Sankirtana, constant chanting of the holy name of the Lord. Yajna Sankirtana prayer yajanti hi sumeda shaha. Instead of wasting time performing Vedic sacrifices, those who are intelligent, those who possess good brain substance, should take to the chanting of the Lord's holy name and thus perform sacrifice perfectly. I have seen that many religious leaders are addicted to performing yajnas and spending hundreds and thousands of rupees for imperfect sacrificial performances. This is a lesson for those who unnecessarily execute such imperfect sacrifice. We should take the advice of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Yajna Sankirtana Prayar Yajanti Hi Sumedeshaha Nish Nischidram Anusankirtanam Tava. My Lord, constant chanting the holy name of your Lordship makes everything perfect. In Kali Yuga, the Vedic ritualistic ceremonies cannot be performed as perfectly as before. Therefore, Srila Jiva Goswami has recommended that although one should take care to follow all the principles in every kind of spiritual activity, especially in the worship of the deity, there is still a chance of discrepancies, and one should compensate for this by chanting the holy name of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In our Krishna consciousness movement, we therefore give special stress to the chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra in all activities. Yes, Prabhu, got it.
So this is all we need to do,
Yes, Prabhu.
Of course, if you can chant, it is good also. It's not say we cannot.
Uh-huh.
But if you cannot chant, then chant Hare Krishna, very simple.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes.
Yes.
Hmm.
Yes, Prabhu, got it. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Any other questions?
I can ask.
Yes.
I basically wanted to know why all of the literature that we find in libraries and bookstores and book exchanges and all these places where we find literature, why is all of the literature trash? Like in comparison to Prabhupada's books, in comparison to Shastra, all other books are trash. All other books are absolute trash. They don't help, they don't assist, they don't remedy any situation. They have no substance, they have no meaning, they have no purpose. So I want to know why all other books apart from the Shastra is trash. And I'm saying this, I mean, I call it a realization. I realize that all other books are trash. I want to know why all modern literature, why is it all trash? Why is it so useless?
Because they don't glorify Krishna. When something is spoken on the material consciousness, then it is not, it is trash. It is what a place where the crows, like to gather, You understand? Because there's no information for God, Krishna. It's explained in this verse. You want to read this?
Those words which do not describe the glories of the Lord, who alone can sanctify the atmosphere of the whole universe, are considered by saintly persons to be like unto a place of pilgrimage for crows. Since the all-perfect persons are inhabitants of the transcendental abode, they do not derive any pleasure there.
Good point.
Crows and swans are not birds of the same feather because of their different mental attitudes. The fruitive workers or passionate men are compared to the crows, whereas the all-perfect saintly persons are compared to the swans. The crows take pleasure in a place where garbage is thrown out, just as the passionate, fruitive workers take pleasure in wine and women and places for gross sense pleasure. The swans do not take pleasure in the places where crows are assembled for conferences and meetings. They are instead seen in the atmosphere of natural scenic beauty, where there are transparent reservoirs of water, nicely decorated with stems of lotus flowers in variegated colors of natural beauty. That is the difference between the two classes of birds. Nature has influenced different species of life with different mentalities, and it is not possible to bring them up into the same rank and file. Similarly, there are different kinds of literature for different types of men of different mentality. Mostly the market literatures which attract men of the crow's categories are literatures containing refused remnants of sensuous topics. They are generally known as mundane talks in relation with the gross body and subtle mind. They are full of subject matter described in decorative language, full of mundane similes and metaphorical arrangements. Yet with all that, they do not glorify the Lord. Such poetry and prose on any subject matter is considered decoration of a dead body. Spiritually advanced men who are compared to the swans do not take pleasure in such dead literatures which are sources of pleasure for men who are spiritually dead. These literatures in the modes of passion and ignorance are distributed under different labels, but they can hardly help the spiritual urge of the human being, and thus the swan-like spiritually advanced men have nothing to do with them. Such spiritually advanced men are also called manasa because they always keep up to the standard of transcendental voluntary service to the Lord on the spiritual plane. This completely forbids fruitive activities for gross bodily sense satisfaction or subtle speculation of the material egoistic mind. Social literary men, scientists, mundane poets, theoretical philosophers, politicians who are politicians who are completely absorbed in the material advancement of sense pleasure, all are dolls of the material energy. They take pleasure in a place where rejected subject matters are thrown. According to Swami Sridhara, this is the pleasure of the prostitute hunters. But literatures which describe the glories of the Lord are enjoyed by the Paramahamsas who have grasped the essence of human activities. On the other hand, that literature which is full of descriptions of the transcendental glories of the name, fame, forms, pastimes, etc. of the unlimited Supreme Lord is a different creation, full of transcendental words directed toward bringing about a revolution in the impious lives of this world's misdirected civilization. Such transcendental literatures, even though imperfectly composed, are heard, sung, and accepted by purified men who are thoroughly honest. It is a qualification of the great thinkers to pick up the best even from the worst. It is said that the intelligent man should pick up nectar from a stock of poison, should accept gold even from a filthy place, should accept a good and qualified wife even from an obscure family, and should accept a good lesson even from a man or from a teacher who comes from the untouchables. These are some of the ethical instructions for everyone in every place without exception. But a saint is far above the level of an ordinary man. He is always absorbed in glorifying the Supreme Lord because by broadcasting the holy name and fame of the Supreme Lord, the polluted atmosphere of the world will change, and as a result of propagating the transcendental literatures like Srimad Bhagavatam, people will become sane in their transactions. While preparing this commentation on this particular stanza of Srimad Bhagavatam, we have a crisis before us. Our neighboring friend China has attacked the border of India with a militaristic spirit. We have practically no business in the political field, yet we see that previously there were both China and India, and they both lived peacefully for centuries without ill feeling. The reason is that they lived those days in an atmosphere of God consciousness, and every country over the surface of the world was God-fearing, pure-hearted and simple, and there was no question of political diplomacy. There is no cause of quarrel between the two countries, China and India, over land which is not very suitable for habitation, and certainly there is no cause for fighting on this issue. But due to the age of quarrel, Kali, which we have discussed, there is always a chance of quarrel on slight provocation. This is due not to the issue in question, but to the polluted atmosphere of this age. Systematically, there is propaganda by a section of people to stop glorification of the name and fame of the Supreme Lord. Therefore, there is a great need for disseminating the message of Srimad Bhagavatam all over the world. It is the duty of every responsible Indian to broadcast the transcendental message of Srimad Bhagavatam throughout the world, to do all the supermost good, as well as to bring about the desired peace in the world. Because India has failed in her duty by neglecting this responsible work, there is so much quarrel and trouble all over the world. We are confident that if the transcendental message of Srimad Bhagavatam is received only by the leading men of the world, certainly there will be a change of heart, and naturally the people in general will follow them. The mass of people in general are tools in the hands of the modern politicians and leaders of the people. If there is a change of heart of the leaders only, certainly there will be a radical change in the atmosphere of the world. We know that our honest attempt to present this great literature conveying the transcendental message for reviving the God consciousness of the people in general and re-spiritualizing the world atmosphere is fraught with many difficulties. Our presenting this matter in adequate language, especially a foreign language, will certainly fail, and there will be so many literary discrepancies despite our honest attempt to present it in the proper way. But we are sure that with our faults in this connection, the seriousness of the subject matter will be taken into consideration, and the leaders of society will still accept this due to its being an honest attempt to glorify the Almighty God. When there is a fire in a house, the inmates of the house go out to get help from the neighbors, who may be foreigners, and yet without knowing their language, the victims of the fire express themselves, and the neighbors understand the need, even though not expressed in the same language. The same spirit of cooperation is needed to broadcast this transcendental message of the Srimad Bhagavatam throughout the polluted atmosphere of the world. After all, it is a technical science of spiritual values, and thus we are concerned with the techniques and not with the language. If the techniques of this great literature are understood by the people of the world, there will be success. When there are too many materialistic activities by the people in general all over the world, there is no wonder that a person or a nation attacks another person or nation on slight provocation. That is the rule of this age of Kali or quarrel. The atmosphere is already polluted with corruption of all description, and everyone knows it well. There are so many unwanted literatures full of materialistic ideas of sense gratification. In many countries, there are bodies appointed by the state to detect and censor obscene literature. This means that neither the government nor the responsible leaders of the public want such literature, yet it is in the marketplace because the people want it for sense gratification. The people in general want to read, that is a natural instinct, but because their minds are polluted, they want such literatures. Under the circumstances, transcendental literatures like Srimad Bhagavatam will not only diminish the activities of the corrupt mind of the people in general, but also supply food for their hankering after reading some interesting literature. In the beginning, they may not like it because one suffering from jaundice is reluctant to take sugar candy, but we should know that sugar candy is the only remedy for jaundice. Similarly, let there be systematic propaganda for popularizing reading of the Bhagavad Gita and the Srimad Bhagavatam, which will act like sugar candy for the jaundice-like condition of sense gratification. When men have a taste for this literature, their hankering after other literatures which are catering poison to society will then automatically cease. We are sure, therefore, that everyone in human society will welcome Srimad Bhagavatam, even though it is now presented with so many faults, for it is recommended by such an authority as Sri Narada, who has very kindly appeared in this chapter.
So you understand?
Very well, yes.
So our whole idea is to present these authorized scriptures, that will purify the mind of these contaminated souls.
Yes, Prabhu.
So Prabhupada wanted us to distribute his books,
Yes, Prabhu.
at least, so that people get a chance to hear what is it all about. Hmm? Any other questions? Oh, there's one in the chat box. Yes, I think same question. Any other question?
Yes, Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. So, Prabhuji, in ninth canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, Yayati Maharaj and that in Devyani Mataji, that prasang is coming in that. At the end, it is said that Yayati Maharaj done the good sadhana and he went to Vaikuntha. But in Mahabharata, it says that he go to Swargloka. So all these contradictions came according to the time, place, and circumstances, or some different people to understand.
Well, in the Bhagavatam, it is written that they all went back to Godhead.
Yes, Prabhu.
So we accept that from the Bhagavatam.
Okay.
Because Mahabharata, I don't know who translated and everything, Yeah?
Mhm.
Understand?
Yes. Maybe it's for because of less intelligent people, Prabhu. Mahabharata.
Not really, because sometimes the Sanskrit words, they translated a little different, no?
Yes, Prabhu.
So here Prabhupada translated, and he said that they all went back to Godhead.
Yes, Prabhu.
Correct?
Yeah.
So we accept Prabhupada as authority.
Yes, Prabhu.
Hmm?
Yeah.
I don't know who translated the Mahabharata. Yes?
Yes, Prabhu.
So we take a pure devotee's word.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes?
Yes.
That's why you have to learn this Acharya Upasanam, Understand?
Yes, Prabhu.
You have to hear from the lips of a pure devotee.
Your devotee. Yes, Prabhu. Got it, Prabhu.
Hmm?
Yes.
Okay? You can see here. You want to read?
At the moment of that, let my ultimate attraction to be to Sri Krishna, the personality of Godhead. I concentrate my mind upon Arjuna's chariot driver, who understood with a whip in his right hand and a bridle rope in his left, and who was very careful to give protection to Arjuna's chariot by all means. those who saw him on the battlefield of Kurukshetra attained the original forms after death.
Hmm?
Oh, okay, okay.
So, hmm?
So basically, all these people, I mean, the Kauravas and everyone, they went to Golok Prabhu, I mean, Vaikuntha.
Yes.
Okay.
It says here they got their original form, no?
Yes. Because in Mahabharata it says they went to uh, um, Swargaloka, but yeah, I mean, uh, it's here. It says that means it's perfect.
Yeah, we should take evidence, no? From the
Yeah,
script. Correct.
yeah,
So this is how we must read, not that we hear from here and hear from there, no?
yes, Prabhu.
Hmm? Correct.
Yes,
Prabhu, is it that only those who saw his Vishwarupa or everybody in the battlefield?
No, the Vishwarupa, those who, not everybody saw that. Only the Lord and those who devotees of the Lord, you know.
I mean, like there are millions of soldiers, right? Even they,
No, they saw his origin, you know.
so they wouldn't have seen, right? But they also will get liberation.
Yeah, it says here, those who saw him on the battlefield, they attained the original forms of the day. Hmm?
Okay.
You follow?
Yes, Prabhu.
Hmm. There's other places also it says that they went back to Godhead. You can see here there's another verse. You see here another verse. You read this. You can
once
read.
their eyes were fixed upon his transcendental form, women were unable to withdraw them. And once that form had entered the ears of the sages and become fixed in their hearts, it would never depart. What to speak of acquiring fame? The great poets who describe the beauty of the Lord forms would have their words invested with transcendentally pleasing attraction. And by seeing the form on Arjuna's chariot, all the warriors on the battlefield of Kurukshetra attain the liberation of gaining a spiritual body similar to the Lord's. Wow. Yes, got it, Prabhu.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yes, Prabhu.
So confirms, no? The Lord, whoever saw him went back to Godhead. Hmm? Yes. Hmm? So it's not a cheap thing, no, to see the Lord, no? Correct.
Yes, Prabhu.
So even now, if you can capture the Lord, that means you also go back to Godhead. Hmm? That's why it says, in the last verse of the Gita, no? Wherever there's Krishna and the Arjuna, correct? One gets perfection, mystic power, all opulence, all morality. Correct? So it is not a ordinary thing to take part in the pastimes of the Lord, no? Hmm? Yes.
Yes, Prabhu. So, Prabhu, does that mean the warriors, the soldiers, they had good karma to get such a liberation, or it happened by chance for them?
No chance, The chance theory doesn't work in our. After doing so much of pious activities, they happen to get a chance to be part of the Lord's, what say, pastime, playing the role as it is.
Okay, got it. Yes, Prabhu.
It's not by chance, it's by after doing so much of piety. He
So they are
says,
part of the pastimes of the Lord.
yes, yes,
So in whatever way, they were part of the pastime,
yeah.
whether for or against, either way.
Plus, he says that unless you are a devotee, then the next life, you go to a place where the Lord is performing his pastimes.
Yes, Prabhu. Correct.
Mm. So all those people who are there, they must have done some piety. Correct?
Yes, Prabhu.
Mm. It's not a cheap thing, Mm?
Yes, Prabhu.
Any other questions?
Prabhu, I can ask if it's allowed.
Yeah, you can ask. Oh, I think question in the chat. Let me.
Right.
How should we avoid this mentality of planning for the future in our material life? For example, planning to save money, planning for children's future, planning for health insurance, when reality we know results are owned by the Supreme Lord. Same time, my mind thinks I am sincere enough that Krishna will control my results. I see it's very demonic mentality explained by Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, and to come out of mentality as he requires attach or plans to Krishna's service. But mind says to execute both of these side by side and refuse to give up material planning. So you see, now you are living here in the material world, And if you are completely detached, yeah, you don't have to go and do all these things. But if you are, let's say you are sick, and you have to go to the hospital, and if you don't have insurance, it's going to be a big problem. Is it not?
Yes, Prabhu. Yes,
Ah.
Prabhu.
So we have to be practical about it, Certain things we have to do. Otherwise, if there's no health insurance, then you're going to be in big trouble. Correct?
Yes,
Yes.
Prabhu.
And then in some countries, the children must go to the school. If they don't go to the school, you'll be arrested. Huh?
Yes, Prabhu.
Correct? Yes or no? So some things are unavoidable,
So what is the balance, Prabhu? How much should we plan and not do so much Ugra Karma also? Because like sometimes we feel like so much doing so much of planning and trying to control so much results when it's not under our control.
No, I think you have to follow. If you live in the land of the country, you have to follow the rule of that country,
Yes, Prabhu. That is there.
So how much you have to follow, What else? We cannot say we don't do. For example, let's say you have a child. Then you have to put all the vaccinations they ask you to do, no? Correct?
Yes, Prabhu. That is very unfortunate. Yes, Prabhu.
You cannot say, no, I don't want to do. Then what will happen? They will cut all the things that you're supposed to get. You will cut it off, you see?
I
So
think they allow some requisition letter, but that is all very hassle.
yeah,
Like
they
you can
won't.
give a request letter and
They
say that it is religious reasons and everything, but it is not a
allow you,
straightforward approach. Yeah, Prabhu.
They won't allow you, You understand?
Yeah.
So they are completely in control because you are in their country. What to do? Yes.
Yes, Prabhu.
So if you are there, then you follow until such a time that you are detached. Then that's it. No.
Yes, Prabhu.
Understand?
Yes, Prabhu.
The main thing we should understand that we should become Krishna conscious. You follow?
Yes, Prabhu.
That is our main job, Whatever it may be, but our real intention is to become devotee of Krishna, Yes?
Yes, Prabhu.
That's how we should fix our mind,
Yes, Prabhu.
Understand?
Yes, Prabhu. Well, another question I had, you mentioned that in the Radha Yatra, there was one small girl who passed away. So, what is the destination for that small girl, Prabhu? Because I know that until you have the devotional service mentality and you're fully fixed in Krishna consciousness, you cannot go to Goloka Vrindavan. So, what happens to souls who pass away in the Radha Yatra in front of the Lord?
I don't see them going anywhere else because the Lord is there, the chanting is going on, and living a body in such a place is very auspicious. Yes?
Yes, Prabhu, it is auspicious. But is the destination immediately to Goloka Vrindavan, or is it like next birth they will take a favorable
Yes.
situation and then like
Liberated.
that?
Auspicious goes, can go to Vaikuntha, can go to Golok. That all depends on Krishna, Yes?
Yes, Prabhu.
Definitely, leaving the body in such an atmosphere is very, very much better than dying in an ordinary death, no?
Yes, Prabhu. It's very, very rare.
Yeah, to be fortunate to have left the body like that.
Yes, Prabhu.
Because otherwise it seems sad that she has to take an early exit, but you don't know, what she has done, why she has done. So many things are all, it's beyond our understanding, no? Right?
Yes, Prabhu. We don't. It's not conceivable.
Correct. So we just pray that at least we may also get a chance, to go in such a way that we will be with the Lord. Because all the other things are simply waste of time, no?
Yes.
Correct.
Prabhu, are you
Yes,
allowed to
Prabhu.
give details? Are you allowed to give details of what happened?
One young girl, she was playing and then she fainted and then she vomited. And they tried to revive her. Her heart stopped, and she was rushed to the hospital, but she left the body. Actually, she left the body in the Ratha Yatra area itself. So what to do? The Lord is in control. Who lives, who dies. Correct.
Yes,
Yes,
Prabhu.
Prabhu.
Yes.
So if the Lord wants to take a soul away, that's his prerogative. Correct. We can only see this part of the side of the story. We cannot see what actually happened with the soul. Yes.
And what happens to the parents, Prabhu? Do the parents also go to Goloka because now their child is in Goloka?
Because the parents are distraught, they lost their child, no? Every
Yes,
parent.
Prabhu. It's very.
So they just have to become contented that the girl left in a very auspicious manner. Yes.
Yes, Prabhu.
Mm. And that gives them a lot of consolation, Correct.
Yes, Prabhu.
Mm. Nobody can prevent that, So we just have to accept the facts. Definitely very auspicious for the girl. And
Prabhu,
whatever.
I have to interject because we're talking about auspiciousness. My next question was going to be about this anyway, but I was actually going to wait for someone else to speak. But I wanted to ask about auspiciousness. My actual question was, this, I think it's written in the first canto of Bhagavatam, and also I think it's also written in Teachings of Lord Chaitanya, or maybe some other smaller book. But giving Bhagavatam as a gift on a full moon day, I actually did that. I did that twice. So I mean, I wanted to know. I wanted to know about that. What's so significant about the full moon day? What's it must have some sort of astrological significance, but what's the significance of a full moon day? Why is a full moon day special?
Full moon day is Purnima day, Understand? So on such a full moon day, auspicious day, if you make a gift for the Bhagavatam, it is written in the 12th canto. Let me take out that verse.
But does it have to actually be seated on a throne? Because I think from the 12th canto, that particular verse or that particular purport, it basically says that the Bhagavatam has to be kept on a throne or a golden throne or something. So, but the purport in the first canto, it doesn't say anything about a throne. So is it okay to gift the Bhagavatam without a throne?
No, it says, let me read the words.
All right, all right.
Says here, I thought it was in the 12th canto. I'm looking for it.
It's in one of the last two cantos. It might be the 11th canto, I think. I'm pretty sure it could be the 11th canto.
Someone knows where this can help me. Thought it was in the 12th, Let me find a bit there. Give me a minute. Yeah, it's in 12:13. I got it. Got it. Give me. Yeah, it's here. So yeah, you can read this.
If on the full moon day of the month of Bhadra, one places Srimad Bhagavatam on a golden throne and gives it as a gift, he will attain the supreme transcendental destination.
So that can read the purport.
One should place Srimad Bhagavatam on a golden throne because it is the king of all literature. During the month of Bhadra, the sun to which this king of literature is compared enters the constellation Leo and looks as if raised up on a royal throne. Thus, one may unreservedly worship Srimad Bhagavatam, the supreme divine scripture.
So you see how auspicious it is if you give a gift of a Bhagavatam set.
But is it necessary to be given on a golden throne? Doesn't the first canto say that it can be given without a throne?
Well, I guess you can always give the set. Nobody's saying no.
And
Right?
and also, what's the significance of the full moon? What does the full moon indicate?
A full moon day is very auspicious, no? Purnima. You know? Full moon days are all always auspicious.
And one more thing, I wanted to know. It says full moon day. So when I gave the Bhagavatam, both times it was nighttime. I couldn't meet the devotees I was giving the Bhagavatam to. I couldn't meet with them during the day because they were in the office. So I gave it to them at nighttime. But it like can it be is it allowed to be given during the day, or like does it have to be day or night, or can it be both? Does it make a difference whether it's day or night?
Here you should give in the day or in the night, you know. As long as it's a full moon day, that's about all, you know.
The word day confused me because I thought it was supposed to be during the day.
Not necessary you can give, because you can give on the time when the full moon is also there. Very visible. Huh? Doesn't matter. Understand? Purna. Paurna Masyam. Paurna Masyam. That means it's the full moon, you know.
So I mean,
Occurs,
being very
full moon usually occurs in the night, you know. You can see clearly. Yes? Correct.
yes.
So on a full moon day, you don't see the full moon in the daytime, do you?
It's just confusing because it uses the phrase full moon and it uses the word day. I guess it's the same thing, same thing.
Full moon day means on a day where it is this full moon is happening. You understand? It is called in Sanskrit. You see, Paurnamasyam. Paurnamasyam means on a full moon day. You know, the tithi. You know, the lunar calendar. There's this tithi. You know, the day goes. So on that day, it will be depicted as a full moon day. On that day, it is going to happen full moon. So that's why
And
we take the whole day as auspicious, no?
am I guaranteed to go back to Godhead now?
I think, yeah, if you have given one Bhagavatam, you are going home back to Godhead.
I actually gave two.
Okay, extra one serves as a backup.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
You can keep giving more, you know.
Yes.
All right, let's see the other question. Prabhu, how can Bhagavatam be the supreme of other scriptures? Don't the Vedas contain all subjects and all aspects of life? I meditate, medicinal sacrifice, etc. So it says in this verse that the Srimad Bhagavatam is the ripened fruit of the Vedic tree, you know. That's why the last book written by Vedavyas is glorifying the Bhagavatam. You can see here in these verses. You want to read that?
All other Puranic scriptures shine forth in the assembly of semi devotees only as long as the great ocean of nectar, Srimad Bhagavatam, is not heard.
Is that? You understand? Are you reading?
Hmm?
Please read.
Just as the Ganga is the greatest of all rivers, Lord Achyuta, the supreme among deities, and Lord Shambhu Shiva, the greatest of Vaishnavas, so Srimad Bhagavatam is the greatest of all Puranas.
Is that? Well, carry on.
Prabhu, I cannot see.
Cannot see?
Oh, okay. O Brahmanas, in the same way that the city of Kashi is unexcelled among holy places, Srimad Bhagavatam is the supreme among all the Puranas.
Yes. You understand? So the Srimad Bhagavatam is the topmost literature.
But I thought this Srimad Bhagavatam was meant for Kali Yuga.
Srimad Bhagavatam is what?
I thought Srimad Bhagavatam was meant for Kali Yuga. Kali
Man-
Yuga.
Yuga. No, it is the last Purana written by Vedavyas, you know. After this, he did not write any more books, you know. That's why the opening verse of this, it says that this is the ripened fruit, you know.
So Vyas would not write anything else in the future, like in other ages?
And the Srimad Bhagavatam is always there, just that it happened to be written during this time of the period, you know. Just like sun, you know, it's always there. It's 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, but it's somewhere else, you know.
Mm.
And so here it is explained that Bhagavatam is the ripened fruit of the Vedic tree, you know. See here, this is the translation. You want to read that?
O expert and thoughtful man, rather Srimad Bhagavatam, the mature fruit of the desire tree of Vedic literatures. It is emanated from the lips of Sri Sukadev Goswami. Therefore, this fruit has become even more tasteful, although its nectarian juice was already relishable for all, including liberated souls.
You understand?
So, Prabhu, how exactly can like Srimad Bhagavatam improve like the Kali Yuga? Because like everything is so inauspicious in Kali Yuga. Like there's like no cow farms for like proper nutrition and stuff, and for wealth, because wealth also comes from cows. No, the more cows you have,
Cows. You're talking about cows?
well,
Then
like problems in Kali Yuga in general. How is Srimad Bhagavatam supposed to help the whole society? Like there's also natural disasters and all kinds of other problems in Kali Yuga, like droughts, famines,
so
weather
that
problems.
Kali Yuga is an ocean of fault, you know. You understand? But there's one thing good about this age, you know. Oh, you can read this, you can see this. You want to read this?
My dear king, although Kali Yuga is an ocean of faults, there's still one good quality about this age. Simply by chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, one can become free from material bondage and be promoted to the transcendental kingdom.
So there's so much problems in Kali Yuga, you know. But there's one good thing that can save us. By chanting Hare Krishna, then everything is settled, you know. You follow?
But there's also different degrees to that too, no?
Different what?
like different stages, because ISKCON also chants Hare Krishna, but there's also faults in ISKCON, no?
There's also what?
Like ISKCON, they chant Hare Krishna, but there's also faults with them too, no?
Yeah, you cannot chant Hare Krishna with offenses. That's why you have been told that you should avoid the 10 offenses.
But how come in some verses it just says simply by chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, everything becomes like solved, but it never specifies like
So
specifically on the offenses.
that's why you need association and you need to hear from the acharyas,
Mm.
Understand? In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, you know my name and pastimes of my activities and birth, you go home back to Godhead. But in the 11th canto of the Bhagavatam, it says that unless you hear it from a pure devotee, it's difficult for you to get that faith, no? You understand? So
But
there are higher information that will be, Bhagavad Gita is like ABCD to encourage you. Then when you read the Bhagavatam, you understand the full extent of it,
but when it says in the 11th canto, when Krishna says it must be heard from a pure devotee, right? When
Yes,
we're reading Bhagavatam, isn't it also hearing from a pure devotee, because it's Sukadev Goswami and also Prabhupada that's writing the commentary and the purports?
correct. You are hearing from a pure devotee. Sometimes, even by hearing from Prabhupada, you may misconstruct the meaning. So if you hear in the association with devotees, then it becomes more clear to you. You follow?
Mm.
That's why Shiksha guidance is also very important. That's how Prabhupada, although he has this right, he was writing all the books, but he also said you should take association of the temple authorities, no?
But then all the temple authorities become like,
Of
I don't.
course, ISKCON authorities, I'm not asking you to associate with them. That is detrimental.
No. I'm just saying, like, because Prabhupada entrusted them with a responsibility, but then over time they also change,
They have deviated from the instruction. So what to do? So that's why we are starting this IS camp, so you get a chance to associate again and to learn the right thing.
Mm.
Correct?
Yes.
Mm. Yes. Somebody has
Yes,
got it.
Prabhu.
What's your
Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. We accept my humble obeisances. All glory to Srila Prabhupada. Prabhu, if I may ask a question, Prabhu.
yes?
Yes, Prabhu. It's Karthi here, Prabhu, from Velu. So, Prabhu, my question was that, so in the case of Prahlad Maharaj, we have seen that, because he was a pure devotee, even though his father was a very big demon, his father was delivered because of the strength of his devotional service to the Lord. So, Prabhu, like for example, at least in my case, I'm a neophyte devotee. But if I'm sincerely trying to serve Srila Prabhupada in the association of the devotees to my level ability, then even though my parents might not be devotees or much devotionally inclined, even they will also get help because I'm not pure like Prahlad Maharaj, but sincerely by trying, even as a neophyte devotee, will they also get some help, Prabhu?
Actually, when they help you to become a devotee, they also benefit, no?
Yes,
Correct.
Prabhu.
It's like one boy who joined up. Then while he joined up and served, then the parents who were implicated in a long legal dispute, immediately after he joined, that dispute got settled.
Oh. Mhm.
So how does Krishna reward, So Krishna has got his ways of doing things.
Yes, Prabhu. Hmm.
How he will forsake. That's why he says, for one who has given up everything to me, how can I? It's the words, no?
Yes, Prabhu.
So in this verse, you can read.
Yes, bro. Translation. Since pure devotees give up their homes, wives, children, relative riches, and even their life simply to serve me without any desire for material improvement in this life or in the next, How can I give up such devotees at any time?
Hmm? You
Hmm.
understand?
Yes, Prabhu.
So my devotee never perish, no? So even those people who depend on him,
Hmm.
Krishna will see that they also benefit, no?
Hmm. Yes, Prabhu.
Correct?
Yes, Prabhu.
You cannot be a loser when you go to Krishna, that's not possible.
Hmm. Yes, Prabhu.
Hmm.
Even as a neophyte devotee, which in my case, Prabhu, Prabhupada and
See,
Krishna will still
you
help.
are, you are seeing yourself in this life,
Yes,
correct?
yes, Prabhu.
You don't know what you did in previous lives and all. That you don't know, correct?
Yes, yes, Prabhu. I don't know, Prabhu.
But Krishna knows.
Hmm.
Yes?
Yes, Prabhu.
Hmm. So Krishna knows, how many lives you have tried to become a devotee.
Yes, Prabhu.
So then Krishna will take care of all that,
Hmm. Yes, Prabhu.
See, Krishna is the one who put you in this family. Krishna is the one who made you become interested in him. Everything
Hmm.
is controlled by him, correct?
Yes, Prabhu.
Hmm.
Yes, Prabhu.
Thing that we are doing, what are we doing? We are just inside the body,
Yes, Prabhu. We are controlled. Yes.
correct?
Hmm.
Right now.
Yes, Prabhu.
Mhm. Any other questions?
Thank you so much, Prabhu, for your time. I'm sorry for asking a question quite late in the session. Thank you so much, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Dana Pram Jai Shri Prabhupada. Can I ask a question, Prabhu?
Yes.
Yes, Prabhu. My question is this. We know Krishna is seated within our hearts as a Paramatma. Then when we are asked to chant, right, we are told to hear the sound Hare Krishna mantra. So through that, Krishna enters our here into our hearts. So how am I supposed to understand that Krishna is already within our hearts? Why are we having him enter through our ears into our hearts?
Because now you are contaminated, you have contaminated consciousness that you cannot really actually relate to Krishna in your heart.
Okay.
Yes? Because you're covered by lust, anger, greed, all these bad qualities, no? Yes.
Yes, Prabhu.
So by chanting Krishna's name, you will clear all that contamination. You
Yes,
follow?
Prabhu.
And once you clear contamination, then you're able to be seeing the Lord in your heart.
Yes, Prabhu.
And, you follow?
I do, Prabhu.
Hmm.
Right.
If you got lust in your heart, it is very difficult to understand that God is in your heart, no?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah?
Because the Mayavadi philosophers believe that God is in your heart, so why even chant? You have to simply realize that. So
Can
when I
you read?
thought of this, it
Can you
just
read?
made me wonder. Yes, Prabhu.
Can you read this?
My Lord, you are the supreme well-wishing friend of everyone, the dearmost friend, the controller, the super soul, the supreme instructor, and the giver of supreme knowledge and the fulfillment of all desires. But although you are within the heart, the foolish, because of lusty desires in the heart, cannot understand you. Yes, Prabhu. Understood this.
So that's why we are trying to clean the heart of all these anarthas,
Yes, Prabhu.
Once the heart is clean, then yes, you will be able to very quickly see the lotus feet of the Lord.
Yes, Prabhu. Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah?
Makes sense, Prabhu.
You want to read this?
Sure, Prabhu. Simply by chanting the holy name of Krishna, one can obtain freedom from material existence. Indeed, simply by chanting the Hare Krishna mantra, one will be able to see the lotus feet of the Lord. Yes, Prabhu.
So that's why we have been asked to chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra.
Yes, Prabhu.
Hmm?
Understood.
Hmm. Without getting purification, you cannot go to the Lord,
Yes, Prabhu. So, Prabhu, what is the difference between getting purified and the benefit of initiation? Isn't purification enough?
You cannot become purified without taking shelter of a pure devotee,
But the name is more powerful than a pure devotee, isn't it, Prabhu?
To get the name, you can only, you see, this is a verse, huh?
Yes, Prabhu.
Without the connection of the spiritual master, once gets, it's difficult to practice devotional service.
Okay.
You understand? You want to read this?
Yes, Prabhu. The mind is like an impetuous horse that even persons who have regulated their senses and breath cannot control. Those in this world who try to tame the uncontrolled mind, but who abandon the faith of their spiritual master, encounter hundreds of obstacles in their cultivation of various distressful practices. O unborn Lord, they are like merchants on a boat in the ocean who have failed to employ a helmsman. Yes, Prabhu, understood.
Huh?
Understood, Prabhu.
You understand?
Yes, Prabhu.
Huh?
Oh. So the benefit goes for those who are chanting and have taken the shelter of Srila Prabhupada, not for the ones who are actually only chanting.
You cannot really chant without the help of, you see here. Can you read that? Unless one is initiated. Can you read?
Yes, Prabhu. Unless one is initiated by a bona fide spiritual master, all his devotional activities are useless. A person who is not properly initiated can descend again. A person who is not properly initiated can descend again into the animal species. Oh, yes, Prabhu.
So you don't get initiated. It is dangerous. It's difficult to make spiritual advancement without the shelter of a bona fide spiritual master.
Yes, Prabhu.
Hmm? Understand? You cannot just say, I will just chant. Yeah, it's like a roller coaster. Today good, tomorrow off. That's how it's going on.
Yes, Prabhu. Our sheer will in just following his instructions isn't enough, Prabhu. Do we really have to take initiation as such?
You must take initiation. Otherwise, why Prabhupada gave initiation?
Yes, Prabhu.
Huh? If it's not required, you wouldn't have done so, no?
Yes, Prabhu.
Correct?
Got it, Prabhu. Yes.
Hmm. So we have to follow the system given by the acharyas.
Yes,
Composed.
Prabhu.
Many people think that I just read Prabhupada books, and Prabhupada also say reading book means it is already, enough. No.
Yes, Prabhu.
Hmm. So we have to follow the system. Then you see you get the full benefit.
Yes, Prabhu.
Correct?
Prabhu, I have a question on this.
Hmm.
Because I think one time Prabhupada mentioned a person who reads his books is initiated by him. I think somewhere he had said this in his letters.
Person who is what? Reading?
Who is reading his books is already initiated.
Well, then why did he ask us to do this initiation ceremony? Hmm? Correct?
Hmm.
You understand?
So what do the like people who are just beginning Krishna consciousness like
I
don't they
can
have to go don't they have to go for like a 6 month period of like chanting? and associating with devotees before being initiated?
That is the system. If you are staying in the temple, you must chant 16 rounds and be visibly doing all the programs to be recommended, following the four principles. That's the system. But you're staying outside and nobody is there, then how to verify?
So, Prabhu, what do we do for beginners like who still go to school and stuff? What is like the main priority in devotional service?
Well, the first thing is you start chanting and reading Prabhupada books and try to take Krishna Prasadam as much as you can.
Is prasadam like the most important? Because I read a verse that even like contaminated food stuff can like bring one down or
Yeah,
make one like
yeah. If you eat,
contaminated from devotional service.
then it's difficult for you to control your mind. That's why you have to take Krishna Prasadam, and that way you'll be able to control your mind and get purified.
So, Prabhu, what do we do if so, sometimes we don't have pots to cook? Do we have to like buy a new one for Krishna separately?
Yeah, if you can set everything up clean.
L- Under difficult circumstances, what happens if you like can't just for a certain period of time?
So if you're going to make spiritual advancement, these are all small what we say investment. Correct? How much it cost to get a clean pot? Correct? On your own, keeping your things on your own, so you won't have to worry about it. Correct?
Mm.
Hmm.
Because
And
sometimes like because I'm still beginner, sometimes like I wake up too late and I lose time, and sometimes I don't have time to make a lot of prasadam
so you make
like
what?
during school, like when I'm in school, because we're at school pretty late sometimes,
Oh,
and sometimes I have the driving school too sometimes.
oh, so you try how to accommodate. That's why best is that if you can cook in the night and keep in the fridge, then the morning you can just heat it up.
So this is another topic I was confused about because in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says like food after 3 hours is in a mode of ignorance. No,
That is not for prasadam.
not for prasadam.
No,
Oh,
prasadam is even how old also you should you it is if it has come to you, you can eat it. No,
hmm.
yes, and this is for those food like meat and all that, contaminating.
Also, I read another thing by Prabhupada. Prabhupada said like the more sweet stuff you eat is like you become a brahmana because like brahmanas eat more sweets because food that is sweet is in the mode of goodness.
Yeah, anything
Mm.
that is offered to Krishna is transcendental. So when
But
we
like
eat food,
sometimes like the sweet foods are like sometimes not good for the health. No,
good
like
food,
some sweets like
yeah,
like
sattvic,
laddus or
all sattvic foods are good for health. Whereas food in the mode of passion and ignorance, they're very contaminating.
but Prabhu, what about like we offer Krishna like laddus? Like laddus is
Yeah,
sweet, but could also be unhealthy, no? Because
yeah. Some sweets are
sometimes,
required in your body. You
but
understand?
aren't sweets in the mode of goodness though? Supposed to be in the mode of goodness.
Is offered to Krishna is prasadam is transcendental. And Krishna says you can offer me laddus and all that. So we offer him for his pleasure and we take the remnants. Hmm? You
But
understand?
sometimes those remnants could be injurious to health, no? Under certain circumstances.
Once you spiritually become strong, then naturally your body also become healthy.
Oh, okay, okay,
So spirit
okay.
matter, no? Yes?
Yes, Prabhu. Yes,
Hmm.
thank you.
Hmm. Which one of the Navagrahas, that you have to check with an astrologer to see your chart, how it plays and how it helps you spiritually. Interaction with Krishna Khan. I guess We initially started the IRM in 1997. In Singapore temple was the first to announce as the first Ritwik temple. Then later on, Madhu Pandit in his ISKCON Bangalore, and then ISKCON Calcutta. These are the only three temples that I would say in the Ritwik circle, you know. And then, of course, owing to difficulty working with Krishna Kant, we had a fallout. So myself and Madhu Pandit, we decided to be not with him. Started our own camps, you know. That was our interaction with him. Of course, now we don't have anything to do. He does his things and we do our thing.
Sorry to be intrusive, but what was the actual problem with Krishna Kant? Because I've heard that he's hard to work with. What was the actual problem?
He was running around in his shorts, you know.
Right, okay.
And many other things, you know. Of course, if you are a devotee, you have to be more exemplary, no? Yes. And the
Yes,
number one
Prabhu.
that he was stopping was the initiation program. Although he says Ritvik initiation, but there was no implementation, you know. So everybody is at standstill. So how to move forward? If you have temples and you have so many programs, you require priests, you require deity worship, all these require Brahmins and require initiation program, no? Yes?
Yes,
How you,
Prabhu.
how are you going to do that? Huh? So it's very impractical, you know.
Was he chanting 16 rounds?
I don't know. You have to ask him.
And also, I've seen your videos. You weren't really exposing. I mean, you were talking about the Singapore temple. There was some YouTube video I came across. You were talking about the history of the scene in Singapore, like the Hare Krishna scene within Singapore, and you mentioned Hamsadutta. Hamsadutta. I hope I'm saying it correctly. Hamsadutta. I think in that video you sort of inadvertently exposed him a bit, but what was Hansadutta like?
Ansuduta's what?
What was Hansadutta like? His temperament and his character and everything.
Of course, he's acted like a guru, practically like Krishna. And he was not really following all the principles.
And how was he to work with? Was he cooperative?
I didn't have a lot of interaction with him. I only have brief interaction, and whatever I had was not very pleasant, you know. I give you an incident, you know. So we were driving into Malaysia in the causeway, and the causeway was, you know, there was a traffic jam. And this man was saying, no, you drive on the other lane. How you can drive against the traffic? Can you do something like that?
Sounds quite insane.
That's what he is exactly. And then we went to buy a tape recorder in a friend's shop. So while looking at one, he bought one and he came back. Then my friend in the shop, he are calling me, hey, by chance, did you take another tape recorder? Because in our stock, one is missing, you know. I said, no, I have not. When I went into the room and sure enough, I saw he had two of it. Practically, he stole one from the shop. Can you imagine a guru doing things like this?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a little bit disturbing.
Yeah, like that. There's so many incidents, you know. You follow?
Yes. Yes, Prabhu.
And of course, we had practically a showdown. And he was telling me, you know, instead of if I don't work with him, then I should go back home, go back to my mother. And I've given my life to Prabhupada, and this is what he's telling me to do. How you like this?
Yes, Prabhu. And can you comment? Can you please comment about Madhu Pandit Das?
Well, he and us, we had a fallout because some or other, I don't know what the reason he had in his heart, doesn't seem to like us. So what can we do? So we just have to distance ourselves from him. He wants to portray himself as the Ritvik, the all in all. I don't think we quite agree with that.
And finally, I did actually make a phone call to you about this because I was being harassed by well, she was harassing me online. I don't know how she found my contact details, but this Sita Devi or something, and this was many years ago. But she found my details and she kept messaging me, and she was speaking ill of you and speaking ill of your congregation and speaking ill of the other devotees. I won't use their names, but she was speaking ill and she was contacting me and messaging me and so forth. And I didn't even know who the hell she was. And then you explained to me she was some sort of dissident. But just to refresh my memory, what was the problem with this Sita Devi character?
She was a devotee in our temple. And when we asked her to do something, she just refused to do. She was making life very difficult. Finally, she left. And then she went on a campaign trying to find all the faults with us, actually imaginary faults. They were not really genuine faults. And
I
she
mean, I
went,
just remember.
she went on the Facebook on a big campaign against us.
I just remember, I don't even know where she got the contact details from, but she was messaging me daily and she was
Yeah,
like, I could tell it was all made up. I could tell it was all false propaganda.
not only you, she went on a campaign to smear us. Unfortunately, it's all now dead and gone. So all these things, this kind of woman consciousness, trying to get even with us.
But if she was upset, why didn't she just quietly withdraw? There was no need to, harass people online.
That's a woman nature. They once they get angry, they go all overboard. Now what can we do? This is our society. We bring in all kind of people without really checking their background and everything because we sincerely want to help. But in the process, if they become like this, then what to do?
Well, this is why I stay away from devotees. See, I don't say this explicitly, but I try to avoid devotees because you never know what their background is. You don't know what psychological problems and psychological burdens they're carrying. So, I mean, I know the philosophy encourages association with devotees, but sometimes I withdraw from devotees because you don't know how messed up they are.
But in our case, we are running a temple. So anyone who shows, initially they may show some promising signs. So what to do? We have to encourage, no? Yes?
I mean, yes, probably, but what I'm trying to say is I feel safer. I feel safer with non-devotees rather than devotees because some devotees have massive problems. It's those massive problems and bring them into the movement.
I mean, this is even there when Prabhupada was there. Prabhupada had to just tolerate and move on. Because of some people, we cannot just say that everyone is bad. Not necessary. You understand? In the box of apple, yeah, there's some rotten ones, but still they'll find some good ones also, no? So we
Yes.
cannot try to override the whole thing because we find one rotten apple. So we have to just take take the risk. It is a, what do we say? It's a challenging task, because to preach, you have to face all kind of circumstances.
Prabhu, I have a question in this regard. May I ask?
Yes.
Prabhu, when someone comes and touches Prabhupada books, isn't his character already exemplary? Then how can they become so devious and nefarious?
When they come in, everyone, is a new fight. So when they're in their new fight condition, they have also a lot of anarthas in the heart, It takes a lot of time to clean that up, you see.
So shouldn't chanting actually help speed the process of Prabhu? I mean, it doesn't really make sense. You come to such a exalted platform and you deviate and go spiraling out of control.
Some people are called materialistic devotees, They come with some materialistic motive to fulfill their materialistic objectives, You understand? So one who practice devotional service in the mode of passion or ignorance, then they have this separatist mentality,
Yes, Prabhu.
Explained here in this verse. You want to read this?
Sure, Prabhu. Devotional service executed by a person who's envious, proud, violent, and angry, who is a separatist, is considered to be in the mode of darkness.
Is that?
Yes, Prabhu.
That
But how can
Prabhu,
one be devotee be in the mode of darkness? Shouldn't
because
he be
he's practicing and he's envious and he's proud and violent and angry. These things are not giving up. What to do?
So he will cease to be a devotee in the future in this mode.
No, he will get purified if he associate with advanced devotees.
Okay.
Understand? If he
Yes.
doesn't associate with advanced devotees, then all these qualities will multiply over and over again. Then he will fall down.
Wow. Because devotee and mode of darkness are contradictory, they're diametrically opposite. So that's why I wanted to ask that.
Of course, it's opposite, but if you keep your devotional service in the mode of passion, this is what's going to happen. You
It's
don't
so,
make
so
you
risky,
don't
Prabhu.
do Mangalarti, you don't do anything, you don't follow the rules, then what will happen? Huh?
Yes, Prabhu.
You mean
This is much more difficult than expected.
you become a saint immediately just by doing all your own thing? That's why someone who's separate. Huh?
Yes, Prabhu. Yes.
Understand?
Yes, Prabhu.
There are a lot of guidelines, You can't mess around with the mode of material nature without proper training. Yeah? Prabhupada at one point you have to stop making devotees. We should train those who are here with us.
Yes, Prabhu.
Correct?
Yes.
That's very important. What's the point of making so many devotees and all of them you can't give any attention? What will happen? Yes?
Yes, Prabhu.
Huh?
Yes, Prabhu.
Understand? So this is a very important point, You cannot just simply think that you chant and everything will come, huh?
Yeah. Yes, Prabhu.
So association is very important. Even if you advance, association is still important, correct?
Yes, Prabhu. Prabhu, out of curiosity, who's advanced for you, Prabhu? Only Prabhupada's recordings and books or anyone else?
I'm relying on all of you.
Okay.
All of you are my guru, training me up.
So much humility. No, not me, Prabhu, not me at all.
Correct?
so Prabhu, association of devotees will help one on the path and not deviate. So to avoid deviating, we must always associate.
What's that?
To not deviate, we must always associate with devotees.
Yes, because that's the safest path,
But Prabhu, what happens if there's no devotees who live near you? Let's say I'm on the other side of the world.
Yeah, if you can have somebody near you, that's the best. Otherwise, if you can visit them periodically, that also will be good.
But Prabhu, what happens if I'm on the other side of the world from most devotees?
Which state are you at?
I have Nimani Thai Prabhu, but at the current moment he's in Singapore right now. I live in Montreal.
You can go and visit him, Nimanitai in Canada.
But sometimes I think when he stays at his house, it's like 2 hours away from my house, and he's
Whose,
not at the temple.
whose house?
Nimanitai Prabhu's house, his mother's house, because he
2 hours.
stays with his
2 hours is not
mother.
far away, no? Try to go.
Prabhu, I don't have a car. 2 hours away, and there's no public transportation over there. It's only by car.
You have to
So it's
drive.
only on only Sunday programs I could go see him when he's here in my city. I take the train and
You
I go
can
see him.
invite him to come to your place if it's possible.
Prabhu, I don't think that's quite possible.
He will come. If you invite him, he can travel to your place.
I have some bad association where I live.
As long as you got, I think he don't mind sleeping in his car or van, He can invite you to have a program together. Yes.
Yes.
All you have to do is reach out, and all the other things can be worked out.
But
try.
it's quite difficult sometimes because he has 2 children too also.
So you
Because
give some time, not all the time. Sometime you can do, no? Correct?
yeah. That's why I go see him during the Sunday programs. When he hosts the Sunday programs, I go to the temple.
Do what you can, It'll be good for you to associate with devotees, huh? Correct?
Online association also works too, right?
Who?
Online association also.
Yeah, that also is good. You can go online. There are also so many of our ISKM devotees having some group meetings and all that. You can participate, no? So some way you keep in touch and always have somebody to talk to. That'll be very beneficial for you,
Yes. Oh,
So
also I had another question because
yeah.
you said devotional service in the mode of passion is like when they want to get their material desires fulfilled, right? But what about like Dhruva Maharaj? He worshipped the Lord, but then he became purified over time.
No, but he didn't do devotional service in the mode of passion, no?
Oh, okay. Okay.
Otherwise, how you could see the Lord, though, in 6 months? Huh?
Yes.
That's not in the separatist mood. Okay, you
Okay.
got up. What is it?
Hare Krishna Prabhu. So, just to clarify, whatever you said is that the real method of advancement is by associating with the senior devotees. So, whether one is having a lot of anarthas or whatever it may be, or whether he's disturbed, as long as he's trying to serve and associate with the senior devotees, with time for sure he will get purified. That's what we are saying, right? If he's sincere, at least trying.
Yes. At least he works under guidance,
Yes, Prabhu.
not work under his own mental speculation.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes.
So in that way, advancement will be, I would say, much better than just staying on your own,
Yes, Prabhu, for sure. Yes, Prabhu.
Okay, anybody got any last question before we please?
Thank you so much, Prabhu, for your time. Sorry to ask many questions from my side. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Tell me, what's your last question? Nobody has, huh?
Can someone please ask a last question? I want to hear one more answer.
Yes, so I have a question. So,
Yeah.
Prabhu, what is success in our movement? What is considered success?
What is success? You are here. That's success.
Okay, bro.
Yes. Prabhupada said, if I can get one soul who takes up the process seriously, that's success. Yes.
Thanks for your guidance, Prabhu. I'm really grateful for your association.
All right. What is that last question? Prabhu, Agni, fire god and sun god. Between them, who is the element of fire? Who is the administrator? Agni, the fire god, and the sun god. Between them, who is the element of fire? Who is the administrator? So the Agni is fire god and sun god is the sun, They're two different elements, huh? Two different, I would say, demigods. All right?
Yes, Prabhu.
Hmm?
Yes, Prabhu.
Hmm. So anyway, the main thing we should be interested in the Supreme God, Why you interested in the sun god and fire god, huh? Hello?
Oh, actually, Prabhu, I thought it was actually one person, Prabhu. I thought the sun god and Agni god was actually one.
No. Agni is different, Surya is different.
Oh, yes, Prabhu.
Hmm. The names
Yes,
are different.
Prabhu.
Hmm?
Yes,
Understand?
Prabhu.
Hmm. Okay.
So, Prabhu,
Thank you
I
all
just
of you.
wanted to understand.
What is that?
Sorry, Prabhu. Sorry, Prabhu. I just wanted to understand between, so who is the administrator of the element of fire between the sun god and Agni?
No, fire god administrator is Agni himself.
Oh, Agni himself. Oh, I thought, okay, yes, Prabhu.
Sun god has got nothing to do with this fire thing,
Oh,
He,
yes, Prabhu.
he gives the sunlight.
Oh, yes, Prabhu. Now, understood, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Okay, we are going to stop here and thank you all of you for participating.
Thank you,
Yes,
Prabhu.
so much, Prabhu, for your kind association. Please
Jai Shri Ram.
we wish you all very Thank you